actually a kind of simple chord progression, but the way most people play it is really spiced up or ornamented, which makes the song sound great, but it might be also frightening for less experienced players. And this is why I want to come up with a simpler version so that you can get the chords and the changes under your fingers, and then you can, expand on the song from there. So it is actually in the key of C, but the trick is it starts with an A minor, and it goes between A minor and E major or E7 a bunch of times until it arrives on C7. And this move is what we basically simulate with this single line lick. So basically we are outlining the C chord. C7 to be exact, because we arrive at this B flat note, which is the 7th of our C dominant chord. Now you can just play it like single note, or you can add the bass line. And this is a little bit more complicated, but I think you can give it a shot. And then we go to F major and then F minor. So the only note you need to change is the A note to an A flat on the G string. Some people play F to F sharp diminished, but most of the versions I like is F to F minor, and you really need to milk that. So whenever you're playing any lick of it, you really need to emphasize, so draw the listener's ears to that sort of melody or note change. Now the easy way to do it, just bounce the F root note against this G up on the high E string. That would be, I think, the basic thing to do. But what you can do is add basically this, but add the lick, which has this bend with the pinky. This is why I think it might be a little difficult to get for the first time. So I call this lick the Saturday Night Shuffle lick. So if you know that song, that's the same lick. Now then you come back to C and then C7. And you can either play your regular licks with your pinky, or you can add a little bit more jazzy progression. Now, so all this is a C with a G on top, and then a diminished chord, and then the top 4 notes of a G7 to C and then C7. These chord changes might be familiar to you from Steve James's version of Buddy Bolden's blues. Something like that. So C, C diminished, G7, and then again C to C7. And here we have the 5 chord, which is a G, so you can just play a big old G chord, or you can add the 3rd fret, which is an F note, on the D string. So that's the same 7th note of G as like this. So this is one way to play a G7, and this is another way to play a G7. This again comes up a lot in ragtime playing, and Tommy Emmanuel and other hot players often use these 7 chord. So then the F chord, your 4 chord, F major. Again, you can add those notes with the pinky that we tried before, or you can play a lick, which is actually a C major lick over the F chord. have the turnaround, which is basically just the C to a C7, then again the F major, F minor, and the G chord. So you're actually playing this descending line. And you're harmonizing that with chords. So C with the C chord, B flat with the C7, dominant 7 chord, then the A, that's the major third of the F, then A flat or G sharp is the minor third of F, and then open G string, G note is, the root of the fifth. So that's basically a song. I hope you can see that it is pretty much simple, and of course you can always make things complicated, but there's a very simple progression and picking in there. So get that under your fingers, and then you can move on to more complex versions. With no time, hope I gave you a couple of ideas where to expand it on, but I don't know if I said that, but there are a lot of great versions here on YouTube, and there are a lot of great instructors and instruction videos about this on YouTube. So check those out, and also thank you for checking my video out.